Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. Our Curse of Strahd game has been canceled for the evening, so I figured I might as well go back to the solo GPT thing. To explain what I've done is I've used ChatGPT to run as a DM for a solo role-playing game. I've done just the Dragons 5.5. I make all the rolls for my character. ChatGPT makes all the rolls for the NPCs and combat and whatnot like that. So, if you want to, you can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these games that we're running now. This is not going to hamper the music that I've been doing here lately in any sense. I'll still be doing that, so this may be a little bit of a change from what you thought you were getting into, but we'll see what happens. So if you don't care, don't mind to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, for now, we're giving us the previously on the last session. Here we go.
Here you go. Clean, ready to read, no extra junk.
Previously on the Ledger Turns.
Simon led the caravan onward, still carrying the weight of the road's attention. After the events of the previous day, the road no longer felt empty. It felt aware. When mist gathered along the roadside, Simon questioned whether the caravan should stay on the road or step beyond it. Calling on Valharan, he received no command, only clarity. The mist was possibility without memory, while the road was memory made usable. Simon chose to test the boundary anyway. He stepped off the road and entered the mist, where he encountered a strange presence, not a person exactly, but a function that had learned how to stand. It judged whether Simon was an error or a deliberate exception. Simon chose to return to the road, reaffirming that he wished to remain known, remembered, and accountable. Later, the caravan was tested in a more mortal way. Bandits tried to ambush the wagons at a road dip, but Simon saw the setup before it closed around them. He halted the caravan, drew the ambushers out, and charged the most aggressive attacker, cutting him down with both scimitars. The guards followed his command and dropped the crossbowmen, breaking the bandits' morale. One captive revealed that the ambush had been arranged by a man calling himself Kerin, someone who watched caravans not for coin, but for outcomes. Simon released the captive with a message, "Tell Kerin I'm coming." The caravan eventually arrived at Harrowmere Crossing, a neutral posting house where old roads met. There, Simon found Kerin waiting, calm and unarmed, measuring not threats, but responses. Kerin admitted he had been watching Simon because Simon had changed the road without breaking it. Simon did not chase mystery or power. He simply stated his purpose. He would see the caravan safely to its destination. Kerin accepted that answer and left without threat or bargain. Now the caravan rests at Harrowmere Crossing. The road waits. Simon has not yet decided when to move out, how tightly to guard the caravan, or what kind of journey comes next. And somewhere ahead, the ledger has turned. If you want, I can tighten this into a punchier TV voiceover version with dramatic pauses and timing for reading aloud.
Let's go ahead and start episode 21. The Road After Reckoning. The Road After Reckoning.
Absolutely. Episode 21, The Road After Reckoning. Morning comes to Harrowmere Crossing in layers. First the grey light, then the damp chill, then the sound of wagon wheels being checked, horses snorting steam into the air, guards muttering over cold breakfast, and merchants pretending they slept better than they did. The posting house sits where several old roads meet, its sign creaking above the yard, Hammer Crossing. All roads pass, few roads forgive. Cheery little motto, really warms the soul. Simon stands near the caravan wagons as the others begin to stir. Kerrin is gone. No tracks obvious from where he stood the night before. No horse missing. No bed rented. No breakfast ordered. Just gone. The road east waits beyond the yard, pale and muddy beneath the morning mist. Ash lingers nearby, fox-shaped low to the ground, ears twitching toward the road as if hearing something Simon cannot. The caravan master, Orlan Vex, approaches with a tin cup of steaming blackroot tea. Morning, he says. We can move within the hour if you want. Or we can wait until midday, let the fog burn off. Road ahead splits twice before Stonebend. One route's faster, one route's safer, one route. He glances toward the mist. Well, one route people only take when they've got no better options. He watches Simon carefully. Your call. The guards nearby are waiting too. Not openly, not like soldiers expecting orders, but like people who have already decided Simon is the one person here who sees the shape of trouble before it bites. The road waits, the caravan waits. Ash gives a low, quiet whine. What does Simon do?
Simon will suggest we move out now in the mist to get a head start on the path.
Orlan studies Simon for about half a heartbeat. Then he nods. All right, we move. No debate, no second guessing. That's new. The caravan comes alive fast. Wheels creak, harnesses tighten. A guard curses as he nearly drops a bolt case into the mud. Someone laughs too loudly. Someone else spits and mutters a prayer to a god they don't fully trust anymore. The gates of Harrowmere Crossing swing open with a slow groan, and the mist is waiting. Not thick, not choking, just present. Like it showed up early because it knew you would. The caravan rolls out. Simon walks near the front, Ash pacing just off the road's edge, occasionally stepping into the mist and then back out again, like he's testing invisible boundaries. For a while, everything feels normal. Too normal, the kind of normal that feels staged. Then the road changes, not physically, not in a way you can point at, but the sound changes. The wheels are quieter, the horses breathe softer. Even the guards behind you, their voices don't carry quite right, like the world put a hand over its own mouth. Ash freezes, low, tense, ears pinned, not afraid, focused. He turns his head not forward, not back, sideways, into the mist. And that's when Simon sees it, not clearly, never clearly. A shape moving alongside the caravan, keeping pace, not approaching, not retreating, just there, about 20 feet off the road, tall, wrong, not fully solid, like something trying to be a person from memory but getting the details slightly off. It doesn't step, it adjusts position, like it was always exactly where it needed to be. One of the guards near the rear calls out, "Hey," then stops, because now he sees it too. And once one person sees it, others start to. The caravan doesn't break formation, but tension spikes hard. Hands go to weapons, eyes fix on the mist. Nobody wants to be the first one to panic. The thing in the mist turns its head towards Simon, no face, just the suggestion of one. And that same feeling from before hits. You are being evaluated, not as prey, not as a threat, as a decision. It does not attack, it does not speak, it simply watches, walking the road without stepping on it. Orlan's voice comes low, tight. You seeing that too? No one draws yet, no one runs. The caravan is holding, barely. The mist thickens just a little. The shape keeps pace. Still watching Simon, waiting. What does Simon do? And yeah, this one matters. This isn't just a random roadside weirdo.
Simon will step off the road toward the shape. Not too close, but enough to carry on a conversation if it comes to it. Morning, Simon says.
The moment Simon steps off the road, the world notices. Not dramatically, not with thunder or lightning, just a shift, like a page being turned somewhere very far away. Behind him, the caravan reacts immediately. Stay on the road, one guard blurts, too loud, too fast. Orlan doesn't shout, doesn't command, he just watches, because this isn't something you order a man out of. Ash follows Simon halfway off the road and stops, hackles raised, not fear, recognition. The mist thickens around Simon, just enough to soften the edges of everything behind him. The road is still there, the caravan is still there, but they feel less relevant from where he stands. The shape adjusts, not stepping closer, but now it is facing him fully, closer than before, not by movement, by allowance. Simon says, morning. The word hangs in the mist longer than it should, like the world is deciding whether it's allowed. Then the shape responds, not with a mouth, not with sound exactly, but the meaning arrives all the same, clear, direct, unavoidable. You return to the road. The presence tilts its head slightly, studying, comparing. You stepped away, you stepped back, you remain consistent. There's no approval in it, no warmth, but something like reduced resistance. Behind Simon, the caravan is dead silent now. No one is pretending this is normal anymore. The mist shifts again, and for just a flicker, Simon sees more of it. Not a body, not really. More like a framework trying to hold a person-shaped idea together. Edges that don't agree with each other, limbs that exist because they're expected to. It leans just slightly closer, not threatening, just narrowing focus. You are observed, a pause, then you are not rejected. That lands heavier than it should. Ash lets out a low, quiet growl, not aggressive, protective. The thing turns its attention briefly toward Ash, and for the first time, there's a flicker of something different. Companion, anchored. Then back to Simon. You travel with intention. State it. No riddle, no trick, no threat, just a demand. Simple. Absolute. Behind Simon, Orlan whispers under his breath, don't lie. The mist holds. The thing waits. What does Simon say?
We travel with the intent of reaching our destination. We travel with the intent of reaching our destination without any hassles.
The words leave Simon's mouth, and the mist tightens, not around him, around the statement, like it's being examined, pulled apart, measured for weight. The presence does not react immediately. That's the first warning. Then, incomplete. The word lands flat, not angry, not disappointed, just insufficient. The shape shifts again, its outline sharpening for a heartbeat, like it's trying to become something more precise and failing just short of it. Destination is an end. Hassle is a disturbance. A pause, then more directly. Those are conditions. It leans closer, not physically, but in focus. Simon can feel it now. Not pressure, alignment, like something is trying to line him up with itself and seeing where he doesn't fit. Intent is not what you avoid. Intent is what you will do when the road resists you. Behind him, the caravan creaks softly. Someone shifts their footing. No one interrupts. No one dares. Ash takes one step closer to Simon now. Not aggressive, grounding. The presence continues. You have already been tested. You chose not to break the road. A slight tilt of the head. State your intent beyond outcome. This time, it's not a correction. It's a narrowing. A demand for something more honest, more dangerous. The mist stills completely. Even the wind seems to wait. From behind, Orlan murmurs again, quieter this time. This ain't about getting there. The presence does not move, does not blink, does not breathe. It waits for the truth Simon is actually carrying. What does Simon say?
Simon says our intention is to carry on with our journey, staying out of the way of anything which might hinder us.
The mist tightens again, not violently, not even visibly, just enough that Simon can feel the difference. Like the air has weight now, like the words he just spoke don't quite sit right in it. The presence does not answer immediately. Again, that's the problem. Then, avoidance is not direction. The shape distorts for a moment, edges misaligning, reforming, like it's struggling to reconcile something. You describe absence, you do not describe action. Ash presses closer now, just brushing Simon's leg. Not fear, grounding, stay here. The presence leans in, not physically, but in that same oppressive clarity. The road will hinder you, others will hinder you, you will hinder yourself. A pause. When that occurs, what do? Behind Simon, the caravan is frozen in that awful half state between calm and panic. A guard whispers, barely audible, just tell it something it understands. The presence sharpens again. For a split second, Simon sees something closer to a face, not human, but structured, expectant. State your intent as action. This isn't philosophy anymore. This is a line in the sand. Not a trap, a test of whether Simon is the kind of man who drifts or the kind who decides. The mist holds its breath. What does Simon say?
Simon says that their intent, if something bad should happen, will be forced into combat if it comes down to it.
The words land, and this time the mist doesn't tighten, it settles. The presence goes still, completely still, like something has finally aligned. A long pause, long enough that the caravan behind Simon starts to feel it, like a held breath that's gone on just a little too long. Then conditional but actionable. Not praise, but not rejection. The shape stabilizes for a moment, clearer than before. Still wrong, still not fully real, but now it holds together. You will act when pressed. You accept resistance. A slight tilt of the head. You do not seek it. That last part hangs, measured. Ash's tension eases, just a fraction. The presence shifts its attention briefly past Simon, toward the caravan, the road, the mist beyond, then back. You remain with intolerance. That word again. Not chosen, not favoured, but allowed. The mist around Simon loosens, the weight lifts. Not gone, but no longer pressing. The presence straightens, if that's even the right word for something that doesn't quite have a spine. Proceed. A pause, then quieter. You are recorded. And just like that, it's gone. Not walking away, not fading out. Just no longer there, like a line erased from a page. The mist thins, sound returns all at once, the creak of wheels, the snort of horses, someone exhaling hard like they've been underwater. Behind Simon, "What the hell was that?" One guard mutters, another, "Did it just approve him?" Orlan doesn't answer right away, he just looks at Simon. Long, careful. Then he nods once. "Get back on the road!" Ash circles once at Simon's feet before moving ahead again, ears still twitching but no longer pinned. The caravan begins to move forward again, slower at first, then steady. But something has changed, not in the road, in how the road treats Simon. You feel it, subtle, like the world just decided not to trip you, yet. Orlan falls in beside Simon as they walk, low voice. "No more half answers like that," he mutters. Whatever that was, it wasn't looking for safe, it was looking for real. A beat, and I think it found enough. Ahead, the road stretches into the mist once more. A fork waits somewhere ahead. Choices, consequences. You are back on the road, the caravan is moving, and something somewhere is now paying closer attention. What does Simon do as the caravan continues?
Simon will mount his horse and stay ahead of the caravan for the time being, keeping an eye out for trouble.
Simon swings up into the saddle, leather creaks. The horse shifts beneath him, nervous at first, then settling as Simon's weight and intent center it. You feel it immediately. Being mounted changes things, not just speed, perspective, authority, distance. You move ahead of the caravan, not far, maybe 30, 40 feet, enough to be first into whatever happens, enough to be the one who sees it coming. Ash keeps pace along the roadside, slipping in and out of the thinning mist like he owns both worlds and hasn't decided which one he prefers. The road stretches forward, and now that you're looking for it, you can feel it again, that subtle awareness, not watching like before, not judging, just tracking. The mist begins to burn off as the morning strengthens, shapes become trees, shadows become ditches. The world reasserts itself. And then the fork, it comes into view slowly, two paths splitting from the main road. Orlan wasn't kidding. The left path image narrow, choked with brush, the kind of road that looks like it forgot it was a road. The mist lingers thicker there, tracks hard to read, but you can tell something uses it, not often, not recently, but enough. The right path, image wider, cleaner, more worn. You can see wagon tracks clearly. This is the safer route, longer probably, but predictable. You rein in slightly, letting the horse slow. Behind you, the caravan is approaching the fork. They're waiting on you again. No one even pretends otherwise now. Ash stops between the two paths, looks left, looks right, then looks up at you. And there it is again, that subtle feeling, not pressure, not a voice, just a quiet question sitting in the back of your skull. What kind of road are you actually walking? From behind, Orlan calls out, "Faster or safer, Simon?" A beat, or that third one you haven't told me about yet. The caravan slows. The decision point is here. What does Simon choose?
Simon asks for help from Valharan to see which path he should lead them down.
Simon closes his eyes. Not long, just enough. The sounds of the road dull. Wheels, horses, voices. They don't vanish. They just step back, like they know this isn't their moment. You reach for Valharan, not with words, not exactly. More like alignment, like turning your thoughts towards something that already knows where they're going. For a heartbeat, nothing answers. Then, clarity. Not a voice, not a command. Valharan doesn't do that. You already know. Instead, the world resolves. The right path. You see it, not with your eyes, but with that same understanding from before. The wide road, wagon tracks, predictable travel, fewer surprises, fewer risks, fewer changes. It is safe. It will get the caravan where it's going, mostly intact, mostly unchanged. The left path, the narrow one, the one that still remembers it used to be something else. The mist clings there for a reason. You feel it immediately. Not danger, not exactly. Pressure, choice, interference. This road does not promise safety, it promises interaction. And then the clearest truth Valharan gives you, the right path preserves the caravan, the left path tests it, a pause, and the part that matters. Both lead forward. And that's it. No choose this, no divine shove, no safety net. Behind you, the world comes back, the creak of wagons, all and waiting, the guards watching. Ash stares at you, not pushing, just present. The decision is yours, not Valharan's, not the road's. What kind of journey are you leading them into?
Simon will tell Vex that we're going down the right, the left. It's the left that I want to go to. Left path tested. And for everyone to be on the lookout. He then starts down the path.
Orlan doesn't argue. That's how you know he's worried. He just nods once, sharp and quiet. All right, tight formation, no gaps, eyes up. Then louder to the caravan. Left path, stay close and stay ready. There's a ripple through the group, not panic, but the kind of tension that comes when people realize they just agreed to something they didn't fully understand. Simon turns his horse and starts down the left path. The road narrows almost immediately. Branches lean in. The ground softens, mud gripping at wheels and hooves. The mist doesn't just linger here, it holds. The caravan follows. Wagons creak louder now, closer together. The guards spread just enough to cover angles, but no one strays far. No one wants to be alone in this. Ash moves ahead of Simon now. Not weaving, not playful. Focused. 10 minutes pass, maybe 15. Hard to tell in the fog. Then Simon notices it first, because he's looking for trouble. The path ahead dips slightly, a shallow decline, nothing dramatic, but the ground changes. Less mud, more packed earth, recently disturbed. Tracks. Simon, give me a perception check. You roll, I don't touch your dice.
Perception. 16. Rolled a 16.
Nice. That's exactly the kind of roll that keeps people alive. From horseback, with that vantage point and your focus dialed in, the details snap into place. These aren't random tracks. These are set. Wagon ruts, faint but deliberately placed to look natural. Boot prints, too many in one place, then suddenly gone. Brush on the sides, cut, not broken. Someone shaped this road recently. Then you see the real tell about 20 feet ahead, right where the dip bottoms out. A section of ground that looks just slightly wrong. Too smooth, too even, covered. Behind you, the caravan is rolling forward. Slow but steady. They haven't seen it yet. And then movement. Left side, low brush, just a flicker, gone immediately. You're not guessing anymore. This is an ambush. Better set than the last one. More patient. Whoever's out there learns something. Ash stops dead ahead of you, staring into the brush. Not growling, waiting. You've got maybe a few seconds before the lead wagon hits that covered section. Orlan calls from behind. Something wrong?
Yeah.
Something's very wrong. What does Simon do?
Simon says, yes, there's something wrong. Does anyone have a long pole I can use to test the path?
Orlan doesn't hesitate this time. Pole! Give him a pole! Now! One of the guards scrambles, yanking a long iron-tipped wagon pike from the side of a supply cart and jogging it forward. Here. Simon leans down from the saddle and takes it. Good weight, solid reach, exactly what you need. The caravan slows to a near stop behind you. No one pushes forward. No one wants to be the guy who finds out the hard way. Ash backs up a step. Smart fox. Simon nudges his horse forward just enough, extends the pole, and presses it into that too perfect patch of ground. For a split second, resistance. Then, crack. The surface collapses, not loudly, but decisively. The ground gives way into a pit trap about 8 feet deep, lined with sharpened stakes at the bottom. Nasty. Clean, would have taken a horse and rider straight down. From the brush, twang, a crossbow bolt whistles past Simon's shoulder. Another slams into the dirt near the lead wagon. And then they reveal themselves. Bandits. Better organized than the last group. 6 of them that you can see immediately. 2 crossbowmen in the brush left and right. 3 May fighters rushing the road from the dip ahead. And 1 hanging back, watching, not panicking, not shouting. The one in the back locks eyes with Simon and smiles. Thought you'd learn, he calls out. Let's see if you learned enough. Behind you, Orlan shouts, defensive line, hold the wagons! Guards scramble into position, weapons drawn, no chaos this time, they're ready. The bandits charge, the trap is sprung, the fight is on. Roll initiative, you roll it, tell me what you get, and we'll run this clean.
I rolled a 19 for initiative.
Hell yeah, that's how you kick a fight off. Initiative order, current battlefield red. Simon, 19 bandit leader, the calm one. Crossbowmen, 2. Melee bandits, 3 caravan guards. Orlan drivers, defense positioning. You go first. Battlefield snapshot. You're mounted just ahead of the caravan. Pit trap, 10 feet in front of you, now collapsed and obvious, 8 feet deep, spiked. Melee bandits, 3, rushing from beyond the pit, about 20 to 25 feet away, in brush, 30 feet. Crossbowman, right, in brush, 30 feet. Leader, further back, 40 to 45 feet, calm, watching, not engaged yet. Behind you, caravan forming a tight defensive cluster, guards ready but holding position. Good discipline. Ash is near you, alert, ready to act on your cue. Tactical reality, no fluff, just truth. You stopped the trap, you just saved lives. They expected you to blunder forward, you didn't. Now they're improvising, which means you have momentum advantage right now, but they still have position advantage, cover range. Your options, just to frame the moment. You don't have to pick from this, just laying the battlefield out. Charge across around the pit, engage melee early, disrupt their push. Target a crossbowman, remove range pressure fast. Go for the leader, risky but might break their coordination. Hold the line, force them into your formation. Use magic, Eldritch Knight, control or damage early. Command the field, you've got authority here. Ash is watching you, the caravan is watching you. The guy in the back, he's really watching you. Your turn. What does Simon do? Be specific. Movement, target, attack, spell, whatever. We'll run it clean.
Simon will shoot his light crossbow at the bandit leader. He rolls a 6 to hit the leader.
Oof, that one's not it. Simon raises the light crossbow, sighting down the line past the pit, straight at the calm bastard in the back. You squeeze the trigger, thunk. The bolt flies clean, but the leader shifts just slightly, not a dodge, not panic, more like he expected it. The bolt snaps into a tree just behind him. The leader smirks. Good, he calls out. Lead from the front. Enemy turn. Bandit leader. He doesn't rush, doesn't shout. He just raises a hand, and the battlefield tightens. Drop the rider, he says calmly. Attack crossbowman. 2, both fire at you. You're the priority target. Attack 1, roll 17, that hits AC 15, damage 6 piercing. Attack 2, roll 11, misses. 1 bolts in your side, painful but not crippling. Melee bandits 3, they hit the edge of the pit and split. 1 tries to skirt the left side, 1 goes right, 1 jumps the narrowest section. The jumper needs a quick check. He barely clears it, lands rough but stays upright. They're now about 10 to 15 feet from you, closing fast. Caravan guards, they hold formation like pros this time. 2 guards fire crossbows, 1 bandit takes a hit, knocked down. Others brace to defend the wagons. No panic, you've got a solid backline. End of round status. Simon took 6 damage, still mounted, still forward position. Enemies. Leader untouched, 2 crossbowmen in cover, 3 melee closing in, 1 slightly ahead. Battlefield, pit trap between you and leader, caravan holding behind you. You're still the focal point. The leader tilts his head, still calm. Better than the last ones, he says, but let's see if you finish better.
Your turn, round 2.
The melee bandits are almost on you, crossbowmen are reloading, leader is still hanging back. What does Simon do?
Simon will attempt to hit the leader with his light crossbow again.
Bold choice, doubling down. Let's see it. Simon snaps another bolt into the groove, barely taking time to breathe. The melee fighters are closing, the sound of boots hitting dirt getting louder. But you keep your focus on the man in the back, the one pulling the strings. Give me your attack roll. You roll it, I'm not touching your dice.
Damn it. I rolled a 7. And I took 6 damage last round.
Yeah, the dice are not on your side right now. Simon fires again. Fast, controlled, no panic. Thunk. The bolt cuts through the mist, and again the leader just shifts. Not even a full dodge, just enough. The bolt buries into the dirt near his boot. He actually laughs this time, not loud, not mocking, just satisfied. Still trying to skip the lesson, he says. Reality check, in-world, not meta. You've now taken 2 shots at him and missed both, and he hasn't moved. That's not luck, that's control. Enemy turn, leader lowers his hand slightly. Take him off the horse. Melee bandits, 3. They close the distance this round. You are now engaged. Bandit 1, front, jump pit, attack, 18, hit, damage 5, slashing. Bandit 2, left flank, attack, 13, miss, right flank, 16, hit, damage 4, slashing. You take 9 more damage total. Steel bites into you from both sides as they swarm your position. You're still mounted, but now you're in melee. Crossbowmen, they do not fire. Too risky with their own men in your face. Instead, they reposition slightly, smarter than the last group. Caravan guards, now they react hard. Protect him, Orlan shouts. 2 guards rush forward, but they're still a round away from fully supporting you. Crossbow fire from behind clips 1 bandit again. He's hurt, but still up. Ash, end of round status Simon. Took 15 total damage this fight, 6 + 9. Mounted, surrounded by 3 melee attackers. Enemies, leader untouched, still observing, crossbowmen repositioned, melee engaged with you directly. Ash is circling now, looking for an opening, not panicking, waiting for you to decide the fight. The leader calls out one more time. You don't win this by pretending I'm the problem.
Yeah, he's right.
Your turn, round 3. You are in melee, disadvantage on ranged attacks now, still mounted, slightly ahead of your support. You've got a real choice now, and this one matters more than the others. What does Simon do?
Simon will draw both his scimitars and attempt to hit Bandit 1 who jumped the pit.
There it is. Now you're fighting the problem in front of you. Simon lets the crossbow fall to its sling and draws both scimitars in one smooth motion. Steel flashes. Your horse shifts under you as the bandits crowd in, but you don't back up. You lean into it. Attack Bandit 1, the jumper. Give me your attack roll for the first scimitar, then we'll handle damage and your offhand follow-up.
I rolled an 11 on my to hit roll.
All right, let's resolve it clean. Attack 1, Scimitar versus Bandit 1, an 11 to hit. That's just enough. Simon brings the first scimitar down in a tight arc from the saddle. The bandit tries to bring his weapon up. Too slow. The steel bites in. Roll your damage for the hit, 1d6 plus your modifier. Then we'll go straight into your offhand attack.
Simon rolled a 5 for damage from his scimitar.
Nice, solid hit. Damage resolution, that 5 lands clean. Your scimitar slices across Bandit 1's chest, deep enough to stagger him hard. He's not down, but he's hurting bad now. One more good hit will likely finish him. Blood hits the dirt, his stance breaks just a little. You've got momentum, don't waste it. Bonus action, offhand attack. Second scimitar comes up fast. This is where you can finish him. Roll your offhand attack. No modifier to damage on this one unless you've got a feature for it. Just straight 1d6 if it hits.
I rolled a 22 for my attack roll.
Oh yeah, that's a clean, decisive hit. Offhand attack hit, no question, that connects. Simon's second blade comes around fast, low and brutal. The bandit tries to recover. Too late. Roll your damage 1d6 for the offhand strike. Let's see if you drop him.
I roll a 7 on my damage.
All right, let's clean that up real quick. A scimitar's damage die is a d6, so the max on that roll is 6. No worries, we'll count that as a 6. You basically maxed it anyway. Offhand damage, 6. That's more than enough. Simon's second blade flashes, and this one finishes it. The strike cuts clean across the bandit's neck shoulder line. He drops hard into the dirt without another step. Bandit 1. The moment shifts. You just stood your ground, took hits, and killed the lead charger in one exchange. That matters. The other 2 melee bandits hesitate, just a fraction. Not fear, but recalculation. Ash darts in now, snapping at the wounded bandit, Bandit 2, forcing him to shift his footing. Behind you, Orlan shouts, push them now! The guards are closing in. The leader watches all of it, still calm. But that smile, it's thinner now. End of your turn status. 1 melee bandit dead. 2 melee bandits still engaged with you. Guards about to reinforce. Leader still hanging back evaluating. Enemy turn incoming. You've changed the tempo. Now let's see if they can recover. Melee bandits, 2 remaining. Bandit 2 left flank. Pressured by Ash. Attack Ash throwing him off just enough. Good positioning. Bandit 3 right side. Attack 17. Hit damage 5 slashing, another hit lands. These guys are still dangerous. Crossbowmen. Now that spacing has opened slightly, they take shots again. Shot 1, roll 14, miss. Shot 2, 19, hit. Damage 7, piercing. Bolt hits you hard in the shoulder. Leader turn. Still doesn't move in. Still watching. But now he speaks quieter, more to himself than anyone else. There it is. Guard's turn. They arrive this round. 2 guards slam into bandit 2 and 3. 1 bandit takes a hit. He's now wounded. The other is forced back a step. You are no longer alone in melee. Round status, Simon. Took additional 12 damage this round. Still mounted, now supported by guards. Enemies. 1 dead, 2 melee engaged, both wounded now. Crossbowman still active. Leader untouched, but paying attention. Blood, mud, missed. The fight is fully engaged now.
Turn.
Round 4. You've got 2 wounded melee bandits in front of you. Guards supporting you. Crossbowman still a problem. Leader still the brain of this whole thing. Now the question becomes, do you clean up the immediate threat, or do you shift the fight's direction?
How much damage should I take? 12 points of damage. Simon will attack with his scimitars on the closest melee bandit.
Good. Clean it up. Keep control of the field. Simon pivots in the saddle, blood on both blades now, and targets the closest melee bandit, the one already pressured by the guards. No wasted motion. No hesitation.
Hash.
Attack 1, main hand scimitar. Give me your attack roll. Let's see if you carve through him or if he manages to hold.
First scimitar rolls a 12 to hit.
That'll do it. Attack 1 hit. Simon drives the first scimitar forward in a tight, controlled strike. The bandit tries to guard. He's already off balance from the guards pressing him. Too slow. The blade connects clean. Roll your damage, 1d6 plus modifier. Let's see how bad you hurt him before we bring the second blade around.
I rolled a 4 for damage from the first scimitar.
Nice, steady, controlled damage. Damage 4. Your scimitar cuts into him. Not a killing blow, but enough to push him to the edge. He staggers, guard dropping, breathing ragged. He's barely holding it together now. 1 more clean ends him. Bonus action, offhand attack. Second blade comes up fast. You've got the opening. Roll your offhand attack. Let's finish this.
I rolled a 17 to hit.
That hits clean and decisive. Offhand attack, hit. Simon doesn't hesitate. The second scimitar flashes across in a tight follow-through. bandit tries to recover. He doesn't get the chance. Roll your damage 1d6. Let's see if you drop him or leave him barely breathing.
Two damage on the bandit.
All right, barely, but it matters.
Offhand damage 2.
2. The second blade cuts in, not deep, not pretty, but enough. The bandit gasps, stumbles backward, and collapses into the mud. Bandit 2 down. Now it's just one melee bandit left in front of you, and he knows it. You can see it in his eyes. He's not thinking about winning anymore, he's thinking about surviving. Ash snaps at his flank, forcing him to turn. The guards close in tighter. Behind the fight, the leader is still watching, but now that calm is cracking just a little. Enemy turn. Last melee bandit. He panics, swings wide, sloppy, attack 10 miss. He's losing it. Crossbowman. They fire again, trying to salvage control. Shot 1, roll 13, miss. Shot 2, roll 16. Hit, damage 5 piercing. Another bolt hits, but the pressure is slipping from them. Leader this time he moves just one step forward, not charging, not fleeing. Fall back, he says, calm again, but tighter now. Guards turn. One guard slashes the last melee bandit. He's still up, but barely. Another moves to cover you more directly. Battlefield. Now, 2 bandits dead, 1 melee barely standing. Crossbowman still active, but losing position. Leader beginning withdrawal. The fight is tipping hard. Your turn, round 5. You've got a wounded bandit right in front of you, and a leader who's starting to pull the plug. Now the question, do you finish the last melee, or do you push forward and try to break the retreat? What does Simon do?
How much damage did I take? 5 piercing. Simon will push forward and try to break the retreat.
There it is. You stop playing defense. Simon digs his heels in. The horse surges forward, not cautious, not careful, aggressive. You break past the last melee bandit, leaving him to the guards, and drive straight toward the leader. Mud kicks up behind you. Ash bolts alongside like a shadow with teeth. The battlefield shifts instantly. This isn't a skirmish anymore. This is a hunt. The leader sees you coming. And this time, he doesn't just stand there. He steps back once, then plants his feet. Good, he says, louder now. Now you understand. Reaction, crossbowmen. As you charge past their line, they take reaction shots. Shot 1, roll 12, miss. Shot 2, roll 18, hit, damage 6 piercing. A bolt slams into you mid-charge, but it doesn't stop you. You close the distance fast. Positioning, you are now within melee range of the leader, slightly ahead of your support again. Crossbowman now behind and to your flanks. The leader draws his weapon, not flashy, not ornate, a simple blade used well. He nods once, not mockery, recognition. Let's see if you can finish a decision. Your turn, still round 5. You charged him, you made the call, now you've got him in front of you. You can make your attacks. Give me your first attack roll with your scimitar.
6 piercing. First, as a bonus action, Simon will drink a potion of healing and get 10 HP restored. I'm looking for my potion of healing. Okay.
Nice. Smart call before committing fully. At bonus action, potion of healing, Simon yanks the vial free, pops it with his teeth, and downs it in one motion as the horse closes the last few feet. Warmth hits your chest almost immediately. The pain dulls, your focus sharpens. You regain 10 HP. You're back in this fight in a real way now. The leader watches you do it, doesn't interrupt, doesn't rush you, just nods slightly. Good, he says, no shortcuts. Action! Attack the leader, you're in melee range now. Both scimitars ready. This is where it counts. Roll your first attack.
And roll my first attack. $15. First attack roll is a 15.
That hits. Attack 1. Scimitar versus leader. Simon brings the blade in fast from horseback. Clean line, no hesitation. This time, the leader doesn't shift away. He meets it. Too late. Steel cuts across him. Roll your damage, 1d6 plus modifier. Let's see how hard you land that first hit before we follow with the second blade.
Eight points. 8 points of damage to the leader.
Hell of a hit. Damage 8. Your scimitar cuts deep across the leader's torso. This one lands solid. He grunts, first real sign he's human, and takes a step back to absorb it. Blood shows, not a lot, but enough. And more importantly, that calm, controlled rhythm he had, you just broke it. He looks up at you now, really looks. Different, measured, but no longer distant. Yeah, he mutters, there you are. Bonus action, offhand attack. You've got him open. Second blade comes up fast. Roll your offhand attack. Let's see if you press the advantage.
I rolled a 16 to hit.
That hits. Clean. Offhand attack. Hit. Simon doesn't let up. Second blade comes in fast, tight, controlled, no wasted motion. His leader tries to turn into it, but he's already behind the tempo. Roll your damage, 1d6. See how much more you carve off him.
Three damage from the scimitar.
It lands. Offhand damage, 3. The second blade cuts across him, shallower than the first, but it stacks the pressure. Now he's bleeding in 2 places, breathing harder. No more pretending this is controlled. He takes another step back, not retreating, repositioning. And then he smiles again, but this time it's not calm, it's earned. Good, leader's turn. He comes at you fast, no more watching. Attack 1 roll, 18 hit, damage, 7 slashing, his blade snaps in. Clean, practiced. That one hurts. Attack 2, roll 13 miss. You deflect the second with your offhand blade. Barely, but enough. He stays close inside your space. This guy knows what he's doing. Now we're actually having a conversation, he says under his breath. Crossbowmen, they hesitate. You're too close to their leader now. They reposition again instead of firing. They're losing their window. Guards! Caravan behind you. They finish the last melee bandit. All frontline threats down. Now the guards are starting to push forward toward you. You won't be alone much longer. Battlefield status. Leader wounded, engaged with you. Crossbowmen repositioning uncertain. Guards advancing to support you in a duel now. The fight has collapsed into something simpler, cleaner, more dangerous. Your turn, round 6. This is it. You've broken his control, survived the ambush, turned the field. Now it's just finish him or let him slip. He's watching you closely, waiting to see if you commit all the way. What does Simon do?
Simon will attack the leader with both his scimitars.
Good. No hesitation now. This is where fights end. Simon leans in from the saddle, both blades already moving, no pause between them. You're not testing him anymore. You're trying to end him. The leader's stance tightens. He knows it too. Attack 1. Main hand, roll your attack. Let's see if you break him here.
First attack roll was a 10.
Close, but not enough. Attack 1. Miss Simon drives the first scimitar in. The leader twists inside the strike this time. Not a full dodge, more like he reads it. Your blade slices past him, catching only cloth. He's adapting. Fast. Better, he says quietly, but not clean. Follow through, offhand attack. You're already committed. Second blade comes around. This is your chance to correct it. Roll your offhand attack.
Second attack roll was a 17.
That hits. Offhand attack. Hit. You adjust mid-motion. Good instincts. The second blade comes in from a tighter angle. And this time, you catch him. Not perfect, but real. Roll your damage, 1d6. Let's see how much you carve off him and whether this pushes him toward breaking.
Three for damage.
It lands, and it matters. Offhand damage, 3. The blade cuts in again. Another line opened, more blood added to the mud. Not a killing blow, but you can feel it now. He's accumulating damage. He exhales sharply. Not pain, assessment. Then he steps back half a pace, not retreating, creating space. Leader's turn. This time, he changes approach. Instead of pressing forward, he disengages just enough to break your immediate reach, then moves back a few steps. Not running, repositioning toward his remaining men. No more, he says. Crossbowman, now that you're not in immediate contact, they take their shots again. Shot 1, roll 15, hit, damage 6 piercing. 2, roll 9, miss. Guards, they're almost on top of you now, closing the distance fast. 1 shouts, stay with him. Leader, continuing. He raises a hand again, but this time not to command attack, to end it. Fall back. The crossbowmen begin retreating into the brush, disciplined, not panicked. He looks at you one last time. You learned faster this time. A beat, but not fast enough to catch me. Then he turns and starts withdrawing into the mist with his remaining men. Battlefield shift. Enemies are retreating. Leader is disengaging. Guards are now with you. You have a chance to pursue. Orlan rides up behind you, breathing hard. Simon, a beat. We chasing them? This is one of those moments. Let them go. Caravan stays safe. Chase. Risk, but maybe you end this for good. The mist is swallowing them already. What does Simon do?
Simon will tell Vex that we're following the leader to kill him.
Orlan doesn't answer right away. He studies you, blood on your armor, bolts still jutting, both blades wet, horse breathing hard beneath you. Then he looks past you, at the mist swallowing the retreating bandits. Damn it, he mutters. Then louder, 2 with me! The rest, hold the caravan! No argument, no hesitation. He's made his call. He's backing yours. The chase. Simon kicks forward. Your horse surges into the mist again. This time, not cautious, hungry. Ash is already ahead, low, fast, silent, tracking. The forest tightens, the road disappears. Now it's just broken ground, roots, low branches, shadows that move when they shouldn't. You hear them before you see them. Boots, breathing, branches snapping. They're not running blind, they're back with purpose. Then Ash barks once, sharp, to your right. You turn, and there he is, the leader, not fleeing anymore, waiting. He stands in a small clearing where the mist thins just enough to see clearly. The 2 crossbowmen peel off behind him, but they don't stop. They keep moving. He doesn't. Of course he doesn't. Orlan slows behind you. He wants this, he says quietly. Yeah, he does. The leader rolls his shoulders once, blade still in hand, blood running down his side, not smiling anymore. Good, he says, you didn't stop halfway. He gestures slightly with his blade. Not a taunt, an invitation. Now we find out what you actually are. The clearing goes still. Ash circles Orlan and the 2 guards hold back just enough. This is yours. No ambush, no tricks, no running, just you. And him. Pasha dual state, Simon wounded but standing strong. Leader wounded, still sharp, no interference unless things go sideways. Wind moves through the trees, the mist watches. He raises his blade. Come on then, your turn. Duel begins. Give me your attack roll. Let's see how this ends.
The first attack roll was an 11.
That's enough. Barely, but enough. Attack 1 hit. Simon steps in and strikes. No hesitation, no testing. The leader tries to slip the angle, but you catch him anyway. Steel bites into his guard and pushes through. Not perfect, but it lands. He exhales sharply. This one cost him. His footing shifts, just a little. Good, he mutters, or your damage. 1d6 plus modifier. Let's see how close you bring to the edge before your second blade comes in.
I rolled an 8 for damage from the first scimitar.
That's a heavy hit. Attack 1, damage 8, your blade carves deep this time. No glancing strike, this one lands clean across his ribs. You feel it connect, you see it take him. He staggers, real stagger this time. Knee almost dips, blood runs freely now. For the first time, he looks like a man who might lose. He breathes out slow, not panicked, but no longer in control. There it is, he says quietly, you've got him, right on the edge. Offhand attack. Finish him. Second blade is already moving. This is the moment. Roll your offhand attack. Let's see if Simon ends this.
Simon rolls a dirty 20 for the attack.
That hits, no question. Offhand attack, hit. The second blade comes in, fast, final, no hesitation. The leader tries to raise his weapon, too late. Roll your damage, 1d6. Let's see how this ends.
Two points of slashing damage from the second scimitar.
That's all it takes. Offhand damage 2. The second blade slides in, not flashy, not dramatic, just final. The leader stiffens. For a second, it looks like he might stay standing, like he might still have something left to say. Then he exhales, slow. His weapon slips from his hand, hits the ground. He looks at you one last time, not angry, not afraid, satisfied. Good, he says quietly, and then he drops. Down? The clearing goes still. No rush of enemies, no last-second betrayal, just wind through the trees and the sound of your horse breathing. Ash steps in close, sniffing once, then looking up at you, calm again. Orlan and the guards arrive a moment later. They don't speak right away, they don't need to. He finally looks down at the body, then back at you. It's him, he says, not a question. Behind you, the mist begins to thin, not fully gone, but lighter, like something just got resolved. Aftermath, ambush, broken, bandits scattered, leader caravan, safe, Orlan exhales, long and tired. All right, he says, now we get back before something else decides it's our turn. Ash turns back toward the road. No hesitation this time. And somewhere, not seen, not heard, that same quiet awareness brushes the edge of your mind again. Not judging, not testing, no noted. End scene. You've done more than win a fight. You've answered something. We can loot, inspect the leader, return to caravan and debrief, push forward immediately, or something else you want to do. What does Simon do?
Simon will loot/inspect the leader.
Simon dismounts, boots hit the ground with a soft, wet thud in the mud and leaves. The clearing feels quieter now, not peaceful, just finished. Ash stays close as you approach the body, no growl, no warning. Whatever this man was, he's just a man now. You kneel and begin the search. Professional, efficient. What Simon finds? 1, the blade simple, well balanced, used often, but not special, no markings, no maker's stamp. This wasn't about the weapon. 2, coin pouch light, 15 gold pieces, a few silver, enough to pay men, not enough to explain the operation. And 3, a small leather ledger. This is the real find, tucked inside his coat, close to the body, wrapped in oilcloth. Protected, important. You open it. Inside are entries. Not long, not detailed, but deliberate. Pages. Caravan Harrowmere route observed, response time improved, guard discipline increased. Leader Simon's deviation from expected pattern. Test 1, road hesitation passed. Test 2, ambush response adapting. You flip another page, this one newer. Test 3, pressure escalation incomplete. Engagement required to finalize outcome. And then the last entry, written more firmly. If engaged directly, determine resolution type. Outcome to be recorded. There's no next line, no result written, because you just wrote it. 4. A mark inside the back cover of the ledger, burned, not drawn. A symbol, a circle, broken, with 3 downward slashes inside it. You've never seen it before, but something about it feels familiar in the worst way. Not like memory, like recognition waiting to happen. Ash gives a low, uneasy huff at the book, not aggressive, but not comfortable either. Orlan steps up behind you. Anything worth all that, he asks. The mist shifts slightly through the trees, lighter now, but not gone, and that quiet feeling again, just at the edge of thought. Something has been recorded. Your move, you've got. A strange ledger tracking you, a symbol that probably matters, a dead man who clearly wasn't just a bandit. What does Simon do? And yeah, this just got bigger.
Simon will take the coin pouch and add it to his money. Then he will take the journal and keep it on his person. $15 gold.
Simon works quickly, no ceremony, no hesitation. The coin pouch comes first, light but earned. You tuck it away with the rest of your gold. Payment for the road. Then the ledger. You hold it for a second longer before putting it away. Not as you slide it into your gear, There's that feeling again. Not pressure, not danger, just acknowledgement. Ash watches you do it, ears flick once, then he turns back toward the road. Like, that's the part that matters. Orlan exhales behind you. All right, he says. Then we're done here. He looks down at the body one last time. Whoever he wasn't just hitting caravans. No shit. Return to the road. The trip back is quieter, not tense, not nervous, just different. When you rejoin the caravan, they look at you differently now. Not just respect, not just trust, expectation. You didn't just stop an ambush. You saw it coming, took the hit, broke the attack, chased the threat, ended it yourself. That travels faster than any wagon. The caravan reforms, the road continues. And as you ride again, you can feel it. Subtle, but real. The road isn't testing you right now, it's watching what you do next. Orlan rides up beside you again. We keep going, he asks, then glances ahead at the narrowing path. Or you want to slow it down after all that? The mist ahead is thinner now, the forests still close. But the worst of that pressure? Gone, for now. And somewhere in your pack, the ledger waits. Episode 21 continues. Push forward, slow the caravan, stop and examine the ledger more closely, or something else entirely. What does Simon do?
Can Simon take a short rest while riding his horse with the caravan?
Short answer, not really. No, here's the straight rules meets reality version. Not like rules reality, D&D for the logic. A short rest is at least 1 hour, downtime, light activity only, talking, tending gear, eating. Riding in an active caravan through a potentially hostile road doesn't count as downtime. In-world reality, this situation specifically. Right now, you just got ambushed, you just chased and killed the leader, you're on the danger path. The road has already proven it's weird as hell. Even if you're on horseback, you're staying alert, watching terrain, ready to react. That's not rest, that's low-intensity combat readiness. My ruling for this game, no full short rest while riding, but I'm not going to be a hard ass about it either. What you can do, half rest, my ruling. If you ride for an hour while things stay calm, you can spend 1 hit die only. No full short rest benefits, no feature refresh. Think of it as catching your breath, not resetting. Option 2, full short rest proper. You need to stop the caravan, set a perimeter, actually pause for an hour. Risk, you lose time, you invite another event. Option 3, push through. No rest, but you maintain momentum, you stay in control of the pace. Tactical insight DM to player, you're wounded, you've taken multiple hits, and the road has already shown it escalates when you're tired. It tests when you're vulnerable. So this isn't just mechanics. It's a decision about risk versus control. Orlan glances at you again. You look like hell, he says bluntly. You want us to stop, or are you going to gut it out? Take a full short rest. Stop caravan. Take a half rest while 1 hit it die. Push forward and risk it. What does Simon do?
Simon asks Bex if there are any potions of healing he could purchase.
Orlan gives you a look, not annoyed, not surprised, just, yeah, that tracks. He whistles sharply. Marla! Front wagon! A woman in her 40s hops down from one of the supply wagons. Leather apron, satchel full of vials, the kind of person who absolutely knows what things are worth and has no intention of undercharging. She walks up, eyes immediately scanning you. Blood. bolts, scimitars. She nods once. Yeah, she says. You look like a customer. Marla's inventory, quick caravan stock. She opens the satchel just enough for you to see inside. Glass vials, carefully packed. Potions available, healing potion, standard restores, 2d4 plus 2 HP, quantity 3, price 50 gold each. Greater healing potion restores 4d4 plus 4 HP, quantity 1, price 150 gold. She taps the satchel. That's what I've got that'll keep you breathing, she says. Prices are fair, not generous. Orlan snorts. She already gave you the not gouging you because you saved our asses rate. Marla shrugs. You want cheap, don't get stabbed. Ash sits nearby, watching her very carefully. She notices. Fox has good instincts, she mutters. Your gold situation, you just picked up, plus 15 gold from the leader. You know your total, your call how much you want to spend. Decision time, buy nothing. Buy one or more standard potions, 50 grams each. Buy the greater potion from 50. Mix of both. Both. Marla closes the satchel halfway. Don't take too long, she says. Road like this, inventory changes fast. What does Simon buy?
Simon will buy a potion of healing and one potion of greater healing. $200 gold.
Marla watches you for about half a second, then nods. Transaction, one potion of healing, 50 gold. One greater healing potion, 150 gold. Total, 200 gold. She takes the coin without counting it twice. That's trust or efficiency. You receive. Sheath. She hands you 2 vials. Potion of healing, cleared liquid, light shimmer. Drink it fast, she says. It works better when you don't overthink it. Greater healing potion, darker, thicker, almost like liquid ruby. She holds onto it for just a second longer before handing it over. This one, she says quietly, don't waste it. Ash sniffs both, then sneezes once and backs off. Marla smirks. Yeah, that one bites back a little. Inventory updated. You now have 1x potion of healing, 2d4 plus 2, 1 greater healing potion, 4d4 plus 4. Orlan exhales as he watches the exchange. Good, he says. Means I don't have to explain to your corpse why you cheaped out. The caravan keeps moving. The road ahead opens slightly, treacling just enough to let more light in. Not safe, but less suffocating. And in your pack, the ledger sits, quiet. Wait. Next move, you've survived an ambush, won a duel, gained resources, found something bigger than bandits. Now the road continues. Keep pressing forward, slow things down and regroup. Examine the ledger. Talk to all in caravan or something else entirely. What does Simon do?
Let's stop the caravan for a true short rest. We will finish this episode here before drinking any healing potions. The first thing to do with episode 22 will be the short rest.
That's a clean, disciplined call. I like it. Orlan doesn't argue this time. He just nods once and turns in the saddle. Right, circle up. Short halt, full rest rotation. The caravan halts. The wagons are pulled into a tight defensive circle. Not perfect, but practiced. Guards take outer watch positions. Drivers unhitch just enough to let the horses breathe. A small cook fire starts. Low smoke controlled. Crossbows stay loaded. No one treats this like a picnic. This is a rest in hostile territory. Ash settles near you, but not fully relaxed. Head up, watching the tree line. Orlan walks over, rolling his shoulder. We'll give it an hour, he says. No longer. Beat. You earned that much. The forest is quieter now, but not safe. Just waiting its turn. You feel it again, that subtle awareness. Not pushing, not testing. Observing what you do when nothing is happening. Simon has blood drying on his armor, new potions at his side, a strange ledger in his pack, and a road that clearly isn't done with him yet. Orlan glances at you one last time before stepping off. Next move's yours, he says. End of episode 21. The road after reckoning. The caravan rests. The mist thins. The ledger waits. Episode 22. Setup. When we pick up, you'll take a full short rest, spend hit dice if you want, decide whether to use potions, and choose how to move forward. And yeah, you're not just on the road anymore. The road knows you're there.
Okay, so I need to add my potions feeling. Okay. And with that, we're going to call it an evening. Hopefully you've stayed around and liked what you saw. I'm going to remind you again, you may want to subscribe to the channel because I don't know how often we'll be doing these. And this is also primarily supposed to be for Curse of Strahd. I've been throwing in the music just for the hell of it, just to see what happens. So yeah, come on by and subscribe so you'll know what we're getting up to next. We'll talk to you later. See you later. Have a good evening. Bye.